What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Dudes Who Bet Daily. We're back for a Friday. We got Magic. We got Papa Dude. We are set and ready to roll, boys. Before I get started, I have to cry because my bracket is officially dead. North Carolina loses, and I'm done. So, can I quit pretending I care about college basketball now?
Yes, you can.
Yeah,
I
you're allowed
appreciate
to.
Well, let's talk about college basketball. We got Sweet 16 games going on here. We're going to go Gonzaga and Purdue tonight. Purdue minus 5.5 here against the Zags. Total sitting at 154.5. We'll kick it off, Papa Dude. All right, Papa Dude, where are you going?
Toughie, real toughie. This is a battle. I think it's all about pressure. Is the pressure off Purdue that they made it to the Sweet 16? Will that ease some of the load that they've had to endure not getting this far? Then you got to deal with a team like Gonzaga that plays very, very well when they're the underdog. So I think this is a very fascinating game. I really do. Looking forward to it. I think Purdue's better if they don't choke. I don't know if Gonzaga can handle the big guy inside. I don't know. I'm going to go Purdue to cover, but I wouldn't bet much on it.
Purdue to cover here against the Zags. Magic, what do you think?
Give me the over. Love the over on this one. These teams played each other once earlier this year. They only scored 136 points, which would make you think, why the hell are you going for 19 points over that? They went 10 for 49 from the arc that game. They had 26 turnovers. Like, that was just a mess of a game. These are two high-powered offenses that neither team really plays a ton of defense. I think the over at 154.5 is the way to play this.
All right, you're going over. By the way, overcharged, Magic. Did you see the buyer that overcharged got at Fairgrounds the other day? Holy cow!
That's why I said over. I saw it because Andy Buyer had to write an article defending himself, which I thought was a very well-written article, and he gave all of the reasons for why she should have gotten a 113 for that. It just was like, holy shit, a turf sprinting female just got a 113 buyer in a non-Breeders' Cup race. That was insane.
It always tickles me when people start arguing, well, it should have been a higher buyer just because they like the horse, or it should have been a lower buyer because it's a Louisiana bred or whatever. And I honestly, Jared's one of the worst at this. I've always told him, I said, it's just math. That's all they're doing. Like, you can argue it till the cows come home, but all it is just final time minus par time minus track variance, and to come up with a number. That's all. You can't argue it. It's math. Like, there's nothing to argue. So, yeah. Well, listen, she won by like 100. So, I mean, it does make sense. All right, let's get back to this, though. Gonzaga plus 5.5 for me. I think, I'm not going to be shocked if Purdue wins the game. That's for sure. But I took Gonzaga and the points. I think it'll be cool.
By the way, sorry, I forgot to mention, with Gonzaga, I just remembered this. Did you see what that idiot state rep in Michigan did?
No.
So he was one of his followers. He's like a hardcore Trumpist, and he was someone of his followers took a picture outside the Detroit airport of 3 buses swirling around an airplane, and they told him that there's a bunch of illegals coming into Detroit, and they're getting a police escort. So he took the picture, tweeted about it, couldn't believe that there were all of these illegal invaders coming in. It was Gonzaga's basketball team that the picture was of getting off the airplane, and he made this huge stink trying to rile up his hard-right extremist supporters about it. And it was like, that's Gonzaga's basketball team. They're there for the Sweet 16 in Detroit.
God,
I did not know this, but yeah, that doesn't.
It is no surprise.
Really doesn't surprise me one bit. I mean, that's what goes on.
And he won't take it down. He won't apologize for it.
Yeah.
He thinks that what he did was right. God, I don't miss living there. Anyway,
wow.
Sorry.
Wow. Well, like I said, doesn't surprise me at all. All right, let's go on. Let's see if anything illegal, well, not illegal, but stupid's going on in with this Duke-Houston game tonight. All right, Duke and Houston. Houston minus 4.5 for this one. Total sits at 134.5. Who you got here, Papa Dude?
Big Houston fan. You know I am. Scared to death of this game. This is the one team, one of 2 or 3 that you never want to play in this tournament. You just don't. They seem to play better in this tournament than they do in the regular season. I'm talking about Duke.
Mm-hmm.
You just see that and you go, God, can we get by them? Because I really think if they can, they're in the Final Four. I really do. This is, I think, the harder game. I love Houston. So I can't pick Duke. I don't think Duke's going to beat them. I really don't. But I know one thing. If Houston gets in foul trouble tonight, like they did Sunday, they're not going to beat Duke. They're just not. So they got to play much, much better tonight. I did not think it was a Duke game or a Houston game the other night. Too many points they gave up. Their defensive rebounding was terrible. Didn't make a free throw. When's the last time you saw Houston win a game 100-95? I mean, it just wasn't their type of game. I think they're going to come out and play much better tonight. Give me the Cougars to cover over a Duke team that I don't think's that good.
All right, you're going to take the Cougars to cover in this one. Magic, what do you think?
Hey, I'm just a big fan of Cougars as Papa Dude is. I am 100% with you on this one. I think the key here is going to be shutting down Jared McCain. He is red hot. He's got 81 3-pointers made this year. But the Cougars lead the nation in scoring defense, and they're also leading the league in field goal percentage defense. So I really think that the Cougars just absolutely shut them down. So go Cougars.
All right, we're all on the Cougs, boys. I'm with the Cougs as well tonight. I listen. I think that was a momentum building type of game. Is they had to the last person on the bench has to come through for you type of game, and they got it done. I think they're going to come out firing tonight. I think they're going to win this game big. I'm pretty confident. However, I was really confident in North Carolina last night, so maybe that doesn't mean anything.
Especially at the half,
I don't want to talk about it, but hopefully Houston does not have a similar fate as the Tar Heels last night. I've got the Cougs winning this one. All right, final one.
Hold on, Aaron. Me and you, we know Kelvin Sampson. We know what's happened down there this week in practice.
Yeah,
I think there's been some what's the word? A reemergence of defense. I think they've probably have got together and played a little bit of defense this week in practice. Yeah. I think they're going to come out and play Houston basketball tonight. I hope so.
I would think so for sure. By the way, Miranda brings up Michael Austin's best bet of Marquette minus 310 on the money line comes in later. Here's a little tip for all of you guys listening. Never, ever make fun of other handicappers' picks because your picks will definitely lose right after you do that. That is, even if you see a handicapper's pick and you go, well, that's terrible. Don't bring it up. Don't mouth them. Don't be a jerk. It always comes back around. I've been in it long enough. I've been that guy that goes and makes fun of other people's. No longer, because you're always your next bet. You're just one little tiny bet away, even a sure thing North Carolina money line minus 200 away from getting beat and looking like a fool, just like the person that you might be making fun of. So don't do it. Just do your own thing and leave other people alone. All right, let's go Creighton and Tennessee next. Creighton minus 2.5, Tennessee minus 2.5 in this one. Total sitting at 143.5. Papa Dude, who you got here?
This is the hardest one for me. I don't have a clue in this game. If Creighton shoots well, I think they win. That's the big if. What if they don't? Tennessee defensively is really good, so they could shut them down. I'm going to take Creighton, but I'm not betting anything on this one. I don't know how this is going to go because so much depends on will Creighton hit the three ball and can Tennessee stop them, which I think they might. Tennessee is really good defensively. So they're going to try to slow the game down. And if they can get out and cover that three, or if Creighton has an off night, I think Tennessee wins. But I'm going to go with Creighton. I'm going to stay behind them. Hope they can hit the three ball.
All right. Creighton for Papa Dude. Magic, what do you think?
I just hope these kids can get off the airplane safely in Detroit and not have anything to worry about. That's really where my big concern is tonight. No, I'm going to go with I'm going to go with Tennessee. I really wouldn't bet this at all, even with Michael Austin's money, but I would lean towards Tennessee just because of defense.
It's not a bad bet.
But this is a tough game. This is one where, as far as betting wise, I'd sit on my hands. If you gun to my head, I'd take Tennessee, but I'd love to sit on my hands and just watch two really solid teams play.
Yeah, I'm going to go Creighton here. I've loved this team all year long. I think they're if they shoot well, I think they're going to win. I think if it gets into a tough, possession by possession game, neither team's scoring a lot. That does favor Tennessee, but I think Creighton's going to shoot well. I think they're going to win. Give me Creighton money line in this one. I think they're going to pull the outright upset. All right, now Okay, now let's go to the Oaklawn Park race of the day. I'm going to leave that one alone. Race 9 on the card here at Oaklawn Park. It's the Temperance Hill Stakes, going 1.5 miles, fellas. It's a full field. I told Papa Dude the race. He handicapped it, and he goes, "This is awful. I hate this race." So we'll say, so we'll save his comments. Magic, who do you like in this one?
I also hate this. There's many words I wanted to call you, but you still write my paycheck. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead. The scratches are going to help him from the 13 post. Some of the 13, now the 11 post, number 13, Red Run at 4-1. The horse has done very well going this distance in the past, came within a neck of beating Warrant in his stakes at Churchill Downs. He was 4 1/4 lengths clear of third place, which was next. Next, also a good horse, came back and won the Brooklyn in his next start. Get the breeding by Gun Runner out of Tappet. Mike Maker claimed him. And, Maker, we know, is really good with horses going long. They tried him on turf walks. That tends to be where the long races like this go, but I think it fits. God, this field sucks. Screw you for making us talk about it.
All right. Well, Papa Dude, what do you think about this one?
Yeah, what Magic said. That's what I think about it.
Yeah.
I told you off air. I said if I make a case for one of these horses, it's total BS. I don't have a case for any of them. Magic Mountain brought up a point. This horse that he picked probably has run this distance more than the others. I would guess, wouldn't you? There's not that many 1.5 mile races, and this one's run about 5 of them. So I don't know. He's right. It's horrible. These horses you can't make a case for any of them.
No.
So Aaron, I know which one you picked, so we'll listen to you. But if I had to pick one, I would probably go with Red Run as well. But I got a feeling if you can find the right long shot, you're gonna make some money on this one.
I think I can't believe I'm saying this. I think Classic Causeway. I picked number 12 Classic Causeway to win here. When they're going 1.5 miles at Oaklawn, it's a really long run into that first turn. So I think it's long enough to where he can get all the way over to the rail if he uses that speed. I mean, he's coming out of really good race. I don't know what let's be clear. I don't know what they thought they had in this horse or what they've been doing. Yeah. He went up there and he won the Belmont Derby, and it was a very good effort. That was back in 2022, July of 2022. What they've tried to do with him since makes absolutely no sense. This horse has been at Ascot. I mean, why? Why did you take him overseas? He's not a bad horse.
They did that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, but he's got a field today. I mean, he's been used to facing really nice horses. These are not. I think when you go 1.5 miles, if he can get out to the front, who knows? They may not catch him. I think it's such a horrible race, though. I like him a little. I don't say I like him, as I like him better than the rest of these. You got a horse like the number 7 Speed Bias. I don't know how he gets to the winner's circle. Maybe this is it, stretching him out, but I don't think so. I thought the number 3 OP Firecracker made a little bit of sense in this spot, kind of dropping back down in class here. I think we'll like the stretch out in distance, so I did like the 3 a little bit. The 3, the 12, I'm with you guys. The 13, maybe the 6. I mean, you got to just go deep and hope you get lucky here. The 6 Strong Tide does have a win last time out, but it was way back in August at Horseshoe Indianapolis. But he's kind of a horse that can run this far. We've seen him do it. We've seen him do it at Oaklawn. I don't know. It's a shitty race, guys. Any final thoughts, Magic?
I would have gone with the 6 on top if he'd had a race. I don't like a 7-year-old coming off of a 219-day layoff going 1.5 miles. Like he's gonna be like how I felt yesterday trying to go for a run and then like just legs made of concrete, just like, are we there yet? And it's like, this is the first turn. Shit. Like that's what he's gonna be like out there.
Now he's going to look at the jockey and say, "What the hell are you making me do?" That's what he's going to do.
Well, this field really is the best Boulevard of Broken Dreams example ever. Speed Bias, Classic Causeway, Command Performances in this race, guys. Yeah. I don't know if you guys Mask Parade. That's a horse that everybody thought would be good at one time. He's in here. I mean,
Strike, Ethereal Road, both scratched, but we've seen them on the Derby trail and over their heads.
Yeah, I mean it's It's brutal. But anyway, they're going to run it. They're going to run it here at Oaklawn. And so you guys are on the 13. I'm on the 12. Of course, we go the way outside post for this.
I don't think we're on.
We're all trying to get as far away from this race as possible. We're like, give us the outside post.
So Car Rembrandt always has great comments. This one, there's never been a more true comment. Barber Road should be in this race. He would be perfect for this race. He'd be bet down to 2-1 and finish third. So all right, let's get to the best bets of the day here. I've dug myself a deep enough hole. Magic, we're on horse racing right now, so we'll stick with it. Who do you like today?
Hey, guess what, Michael Olsen? This horse probably is going to be 20-1. Sorry to break the bubble for you. Community Leader. I picked this horse on the show before. Aaron and I have followed this horse for a long time. A New Mexico bred that in 9 starts has 8 wins and over $400,000 in earnings. That's pretty damn awesome. I would say he's Todd Fincher's best horse, except he's got a horse named Senior Buscador that's also pretty damn good too. But this horse just loves to beat the piss out of New Mexico bred competition. Sometimes he makes it a little close, but last time out was the first time that he ever tried going 2 turns. He went a mile, we're going a mile and 16th here at Sunland, but he went a mile last out. He sat off the pace and won by 8 1/4 lengths. He has never won by that kind of a margin in his life. A lot of the horses he beat are back in this spot. The one I was most concerned with, the 5, one of a second Todd Fincher horse in here, he scratched. So don't have to worry about him. If you wanted to play a straight exacted with the scratch of the 5, this isn't going to pay well at all. But the 1-4 cold exacted, like we saw back in January in the 6 furlong stakes here, that's a good way to play. Also, I believe Leroy Fincher is it's either his brother or his dad. I thought Leroy Fincher was Todd's dad, but I'm not sure. But either way, I think Community Leader is a great way to go. Todd Fincher starts off his big weekend with a nice victory in this New Mexico bred stakes. One thing I love about Fincher too, and you've noticed this, I'm sure, Aaron, he doesn't have just one jockey he uses. Like you look at the 3 horses he entered, the 5 scratched, but Ramos, 25% win rate for Fincher of 55 mounts in the last year. The 6 stays in here. Juarez Jr., 27% winners, 44 mounts in the last year. And then we got Felipe Valdez, 27% with 103 mounts. Fincher's just really good at training horses, and he doesn't give a flying rat's ass most of the time who's riding the horse. He's like, you can do it. My horse is good enough. You can do it. My horse is good enough. Magic, well, maybe your son can do it. So I got to make weight. So, but yeah, give me the Community Leader. Get Fincher train rolling off to a big start this weekend.
Now, the big question is, do you think Fincher will be there for Community Leader, or is he in Dubai maybe for Senior Buscador?
I heard it from good sources that he is going to take a red eye. I have no idea. I was going to make something. And I started to realize it sounded like I knew what I was talking about. I have no idea. I would guess he's probably in Dubai because $250,000 purse. Very big for New Mexico breds. Multiply that by 48, and that's what he's running for in Dubai right now. So probably he's where the money is. And for once, it's not a $250,000 stakes for New Mexico breds.
Yeah, Fincher going for the Saudi Cup / Dubai Cup, or Dubai World Cup, I should say, double tomorrow morning / early afternoon, wherever you're living. So, yeah, pretty big races for this New Mexico trainer. But when I saw Community Leader in the entries, I said, okay, I can't do that one as my best bet because I know somebody else who will have that as a best bet. I knew this for a week that you were taking Community Leader. So I woke up this morning and saw you text me late last night and said, hey, I don't know if you're taking or not, but I'm gonna go with Community Leader. And I was like, of course you are. You didn't have to text me that one. So I'm with you. All right. Yeah. All right. Let's move on here. As we stated yesterday, and Magic was not excited, but I was excited. John White was excited. Papa Dude said he wasn't excited either. Baseball is back. So baseball, well, very good start for me personally. Baseball went 2-0, got the Baltimore Orioles minus 1.5 for the show. Also got the Blue Jays yesterday. Rolling it back with the Blue Jays today for my best bet at plus 105. I'll continue to take them in this series as long as they are plus money. They're taking on the Tampa Bay Rays. I know the Rays had a great season last year, mainly because of their start. But after that great start, the Rays did not play that great. I didn't think they had a very good offseason. I thought they lost some key pieces. So I really like this Toronto team better than Tampa. coming in early in the season. I think Toronto's a little bit of a sleeper, guys. I think they're going to be pretty darn good. Really good win yesterday. Bassett on the mound for for the Jays today. Bassett obviously solid. Savali for the Rays. It's going to be a pretty good pitching matchup, but I favor the Blue Jays today at plus money. So give me the Toronto Blue Jays plus 105 for my best bet. And Papa Dude, tell us yours.
Well, back to baseball. I don't think I would even known it was opening day yesterday if it wasn't for you.
Same. Found out on the show when he made his pick. Okay.
I'm going to explain something there. This is why John White and I are really, really good friends, and you guys, it's just acquaintances at this point. Because John and I are sitting there talking about pitch for pitch, what's going on in the Baltimore game yesterday, and you guys don't even know it's opening day. So,
how bad did the Cardinals lose?
The Cardinals got stomped. Speaking of John, his LA Dodgers stomped the Cardinals. I think maybe 7-2, 9-1, something like that. I lost track of it. But they got smoked. They got behind early. They couldn't get a hit, and they destroyed the Dodgers lineup destroyed Mikolas. So it was not good.
Well, the Cardinals usually start off with like the Pirates or somebody like that. So they started off with a real team this year.
Yeah, it's tough. And they're played tonight. It'll be the night game tonight, the late game here if you're on the Central Time Zone. And it's not a good matchup either. I believe Miller's on the mound for the Dodgers against, I think, maybe Montgomery for the Cardinals. Yeah, so it looks like an 0-2 start to me.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll go to mine. It was tough today. Couldn't find a whole lot. But I like Marquette tonight. I think North Carolina State has made a remarkable run. Win 5 games in 5 days to win the ACC tournament. They were no way getting into the tournament. They had to win the conference tournament to get in. They did it. Then they've come out and won 2 games in the Big Dance, which is fantastic. But I think the run comes to an end today. A lot of times, when you win that first game like they did against Tech, and then you come back in the next one, you only have a day to prepare. And that's a factor. Marquette's had several days to get ready for this one. I think the bubble bursts tonight. I think Marquette's going to have a fairly easy time in this game and knock off the Wolfpack. And there goes another ACC team down tonight. So I got Marquette at -6.5. I've seen the line go up to 7, maybe 7.5 since early this morning. So give me Marquette over the Wolfpack tonight.
I think it's a good one. I think it's a very good one. I'm with you on it. I think the run is over tonight for North Carolina State. I like Marquette as well. By the way, I misspoke. It's Zach Thompson on the mound for the Cardinals. If you're interested in playing that game, the Dodgers are -225 on the money line. You're going to see that a lot this season, no matter who they play. Even if you lay a 1.5, it's -110 for the Dodgers. So, pretty big odds the Dodgers are going to win. Like I said, you're going to see that a lot. If you want to get risky, those St. Louis Cardinals are +190. I would not recommend it, but if you want to get risky, you could go for it. All right, guys, let's read off the best bets of the day. And for me to do that, I need to put it up on the screen. And for me to put it on the screen, I need to share it. And I've just done that now. Okay, so best bets of the day here. I'm going to go Toronto Blue Jays +105 today in Tampa. Magic's going to go Sunland Race 8, #1 community leader. And then Papa Dude's going to go Marquette -6.5. Those are the 3 today. We're 2-1, up $25 for the week so far, up 803 for the year. All right, Magic. We don't have anything going on the rest of the day, do we?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope, we don't. No. We'll be live tomorrow, though.
Yes.
I will tell you that we were mentioning it yesterday. We're going to be live from 3:30 to 5 Pacific time, which is going to cover the Florida Derby, Gulfstream Park Oaks. I'm sorry, Florida Derby Fantasy Stakes and Arkansas Derby, and then we'll have full reactions for the morning Dubai races with the replays as well. So we'll have all of that for you on Saturday. Busy Saturday today. I'm going to take it easy a little bit.
Rest up the rest of the day. Buy a lot of products from us and bet, but also rest up while you're doing it, because maybe just go to bed early, I should say, because Dubai starts very, very early. And wait, is Dudes After Dark today, man?
It is. I'm
glad
you said it because I already forgot. So Dudes After Dark is going to be covering races 4 through 8 at Turfway. It's going to be Shoddy, Nick, and Davey supposedly is going to be there. But one thing's for sure, Nick's former co-hosts are guaranteed to be in the chat because they'd rather just talk instead of be on camera.
That's very odd.
They're busy guys.
All right. Well, I will not be there tonight, to be completely honest, because there's a lot going on. But you should be there because the Turfway Park races 4 through 8. That'll be very, very interesting. I think there's a carryover of some sort there at Turfway tonight as well. So a lot going on there. All right, guys.
Who's on that tonight? Who is it?
Shoddy, Nick Sievers, and then Davey, who's Shoddy's fantasy league partner.
Mm-hmm. Papa Dude knows 2 of those 3 people.
Maybe I'll have to get on there.
Oh, that's right. You do know Davey. Yeah.
Wait, should Papa Dude be on tonight?
Do you want to be on to talk about Turfway Park? I'm sure you're welcome.
No, probably not.
Okay.
No. I mean, college basketball's happening.
Yeah.
Or you could talk about the janky-ass Turfway Park, which Shoddy did really well with last time. She did when they did it last week. Shoddy had some really nice caches, and tune in for them. They know what the hell they're talking about. Aaron and I, we're not going to be there because
they're good. Davey's really good. Davey's a very good handicapper. I don't know Nick. So
I am offended that I don't know much about Turfway. I'm not sure about that. I just don't have any interest in.
We don't like to touch Turfway. Did I say you don't? Sorry. You know Turfway, but you just don't like to play Turfway.
Okay. All right. Okay. Right. Well, you're right. We're getting out of here, except for the big day. Those 2 big days were fun, actually. So, okay, we are getting out of here now. We will be back for more Dudes Who Bet Daily tomorrow. We'll have reactions tomorrow on Dudes Who Bet Daily from the UAE Derby, because that'll happen before our show, and then the Dubai World Cup will happen just a couple of minutes after the show. So a lot going on tomorrow. All right, guys, everybody rest up. We'll see you right back here tomorrow.